In this lesson, we're going to discuss the foundation of candlestick charts. Now, it may seem elementary to some. However, it's very important for everybody, all traders, to understand why we use this particular type of chart and the structure behind the candlesticks themselves. Throughout this lesson, we're going to learn what they are, why we use them, what are the important components of candlesticks, and how do we use them. So here's the structure of a candlestick. It's pretty simple stuff. A green candle is a positive or bullish candle. A red candle is a bearish or negative candle. Pretty simple. We have a tail or a wick, which is depicted by the high and the low. Anything outside of the body of the candle is known as a tail or a wick. The body of the candle would be the green portion or the red portion on the right-hand side. You can see why a candle is green where it says open. That's where the opening of that candle took place, whether it's on a 1-minute chart, a daily chart, a monthly chart, a 10-minute chart. It makes no difference. If the candle opens and goes higher, you will have a green body, and the close of the candle is at the top of the body of the candle. 180 degree flipped around the other side is the bearish candle, where the opening is above the closing. The reason we use candlestick charts is because it's easy on the eyes, it's visually pleasing, at least from my perspective and many other traders' perspective. We have points of reference. Throughout the course, you're going to learn why we use the tail high or the wick high and the tail low or the wick low. And we certainly are going to use the closing and the opening points of the candles. So it becomes very important to very easily and quickly being able to identify the different price points in a candle and what they represent while we're trading. It's very important to understand each and all of these components. Of course, as we go throughout the course, you're going to see plenty of charts, plenty of candlesticks. This is going to become second nature, but it's important for those traders that aren't familiar with candlesticks to very quickly become familiar with candlesticks. Let's take a look at an ES chart and just go over a couple of different candlesticks and point out the different price points and what they represent, and that should give you a pretty good idea of what we're looking at going forward. We'll take a look at this large green candle in the middle of the screen, and you can see here that the high of that candle comes in at 22.58. That represents the high of the candle and also is the high of the wick. The close price of the candle is 22.5750. That represents the top of the body of the candle. The top of the green portion, that's the close of the candle. The open of the candle is 22.5475. 22.5475 down here at the bottom, at the end of the body of the candle. The lower portion of the body of the candle represents the open of the candle. One more time, represented by 22.5475. The bottom of the candle, the tail low or the wick low, is represented by 22.5450. So those are the components of the candle, and we don't have to make it any more complicated than that. That's the entire list of components of the candle that we need to know for this course going forward.